we've got the large diode pack that's going to serve as the ground to battery loop for when the start button is pressed, which I'm not going to use on this first test. I've got the other diode here wrapped in blue tape, also connected to the ground. That is from the battery to the ground, so the big pack is from ground to battery, this one battery to ground. So hopefully it should run. First of all, I want to check out a couple of voltages. That's the battery voltage. I've got 13.37, and then voltage to here, got 13.28. So there's already a very slight volt drop across the diode, 0.1 volts roughly. If I move this bolt over and bypass everything by shorting it, I get back to 13.38. So it looks like I've got the voltage to start with. So during the start, I'm going to have this bypassed. So I've got to pull a bit of choke on here. I haven't started it in a while. Key on. And we're up and running. Right, now I'm going to take this bypass off and see if it keeps running. And it does. It's a miracle. That didn't work before. So now I'm checking the voltage across the diode, and we're up to 13.7. Across the battery, 13.5, so I've got about a 0.2 volt drop so far. It does take a while for it to warm up and actually reach the 14.5 charging voltage. Alright, so I'm just doing a little check here of turning the key on. So the battery voltage is 13.4, and through the diodes is 13.32. So when I turn the key on, headlight comes on, it drops 12.865. Battery voltage 13.2. So clearly there's a volt drop across this diode, or is it that one? I think it's the big set. So there's a volt drop across the big set. Okay, so it's interesting with the diode set in, the regulator, which was putting out 14.5 volts, is now putting out around 14. Oh, there it goes, 14.1. This is at idle too, so it's doing quite well. But when you rev it up, drops a little. 13.95. The battery is here. About a 0.1 volt drop. 13.9. 13.06. And now I'm back at idle and the volts are actually getting higher. It does eventually cut off at 14.5. Okay, so now I'm measuring the volt drop directly by just going straight across the diode, measuring the voltage. And it's flipping around quite a bit from millivolts to volts, about half a volt there. Give us some revs. Interesting numbers. Okay, now for the all-important starting test. Will it start without blowing these diodes? So keep an eye out here. I'm going to hit the start button. This time it's not bypassed. Will it start? And it does. Nothing blue. Proof of pudding? it's working. Maybe not quite as expected, but it's working.